Hello and welcome to the final episode of Girls on Deck. I cannot believe it's the end, but we have an amazing final show for you all. I'm joined by my lovely co-host Hannah Jo Groves and our MLB analyst Kayla Lewis to talk all things baseball. And then Hannah Jo and I will end the show with my other amazing co-host Kellie Campbell to give a preview of the draft and take a look back at my time with hitting the field. Girls on Deck starts now.
Things gon' change when I really hit the field. Undefeated champs, man, you know what's the deal. Tryna find a kid, I'm in the field doing drills. Boy, you just a sucker, you ain't never keep it real. 3 rings in my hand, I'm a warrior to the max. When I hang it up, they gon' have to give me plaques. Step up in the building and I only bring the facts. When I make a highlight, they gon' replay, run it back. Okay, always locked in, now I don't got time to lax. Saying he the best, he could take a lap. Batted 1,000 when you check your stats. Boy, is you ready? You ain't gotta ask.
We are back and ready to talk MLB one last time with our girl, Kayla Lewis. Kayla, how are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here for Kayla's last show.
I'm happy to have you. Thank you for always being on, talking our fave sport, MLB. Well, let's talk about it right away. Clayton Kershaw pitched 7 perfect innings the other night in Minnesota, throwing 80 pitches, striking out 13 batters. After the 7th inning, manager Dave Roberts pulled Kershaw from the game, taking away his chances of getting his second no-hitter ever. To put it in perspective, there's only been 23 no-hitters in MLB ever. Many people slammed manager Dave Roberts after the game, but Kershaw himself said it was the right move. He missed the postseason last year due to injury and said removing him from the game was the right thing for health reasons and the right thing for the team. Hannah Jo, do you think removing Kershaw was the right move?
Look, I know he's old in baseball pitcher terms. He's 34. But the way he was going, I mean, he was hot.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. It was really hard to think about him, getting tired, especially after 7.
Right.
If you're going to get tired, maybe like after 4. And you start to see it.
Right.
But then we saw it in 7, and it's like, no, he's still going. But we kind of talked about this earlier, Kayla. Is it kind of like he's trying to put up a united front? He doesn't want to go against his manager.
Right. And I think, this is something that Dave Roberts said he's regretted in the past when he took out Rich Hill back in 2016.
Well, then why is he doing it again?
I don't know. I think it could be right. I think it is like a health reason. You don't want Kershaw out again, especially at his age. You want him to go, if he's going to retire soon, you want him to go out at his strongest. But when you're 6 strikeouts away from a no-hitter, which is very rare, and it would have gave him 2, which would have put him at another level.
Dude.
It does hurt my heart a little bit as a fan, and I know he said he gets it from the fan perspective,
right.
But Kayla, what do you think?
I think it was the right move.
You do think it was
yes.
the right move? Okay, why?
He came off the injury, last season,
Right.
and they said his slider was horrible until the last 2 innings. I don't know if he'd be able to do it. I don't think he would have gotten that last 6 strikeouts.
Do you think, though, if we had seen, you don't think he, do you
No,
think it would
I
have been
think it was the right move.
Due to fatigue, or do you think he just didn't have it in him?
And I don't think he had it in him.
I see. You don't know that unless you let him try, but you didn't let him try is my issue.
But it was the opening game.
Yes.
You don't want to waste everything on that, and I get that.
Right. It's the idea that it would have been amazing.
I know.
But I do get him, Dave Roberts taking him out just for the sake of the team, the sake of his longevity this season. We want him in the postseason. We don't want him missing another one.
Totally.
So I get it. It just did hurt my heart a little bit. But
Your Dodger fan heart.
my Dodger fan heart. Johnny was crying.
Yeah, Johnny
for sure.
was definitely crying. Definitely.
But moving on to standout players.
Yeah, so after a busy week of baseball, there's plenty of standout players to talk about. Kayla, I want to go to you first, Kayla Lewis.
All right.
Standout player of the week. Give us who that is.
All right, Shohei Ohtani, the Angels. He was in a drought hitting-wise. In the first 7 games, he literally did not hit, no homers, nothing. He came in against the Rangers on Friday. He hit twice. They always say that he hits, he pitches, one day.
Right.
They put him in the next day, and that's when he hits.
Yep.
And that happened for him on Friday, and I just think he's on the upward climb now. His last ERA was 2.227, and he's already at 2.57 now. I think he's gonna keep getting better and better now that he's been able to get over that slump.
No, totally. I feel like Shohei Ohtani is what every baseball player wants to be
yeah.
and what I feel like baseball fan wants to see out of the players.
Absolutely.
Like they want to see them pitch really well and hit really well. Spring training, he was hitting a home run like when he wasn't pitching, which is ridiculous. And he can manage to get on base. He can manage to get RBIs, and then the next day, like you said, Kayla, he's pitching. I mean, that's like as well-rounded as it gets. You know, like he doesn't need a designated hitter.
You don't see that often.
No, you don't. Exactly.
That's really,
Yeah, it's something that I would love to see the Angels use more with Mike Trout as well. But I think he's been phenomenal. I love the video of him waking up his bat with the CPR after he couldn't get any hits. That was my favorite part. But no, I think he's a standout. He's definitely in the MVP talks, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But my player of the week is Dodgers shortstop Trey Turner, the king of sliding into base when you need him. He was on a 27-game hitting streak before he lost that this past weekend. But either way, that's an amazing record. He's the third longest for a Dodger, tied for third in that. He's tied for first in RBIs with Dodgers with Will Smith. I think he's that all-around player that the Dodgers needed.
Yeah, he's mentally tough too. I feel like when he has a rough game, he's able to come back from it and make the plays that he needs to make. And yeah, I've enjoyed watching him so far.
No, I
He's
think
also
he's good.
able to hit like Hunter Green's like fastball, like no one could hit. He was able to get it. So.
No, he's a player that I really love for the Dodgers, and again, we'll talk about MVPs later, but I think he's also someone that's in the running because among this stacked lineup, he's a very key player, and it's, again, king of the slide. He literally, I wish, I wanted to find the video for the highlight, but I couldn't, but I love that
You can look
guy.
it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Would you say he's your favorite on the Dodgers?
No, I'm a Cody Bellinger fan. I can't
Understandable.
betray that.
I get it.
Could never, but I really like him. And since coming later in last season, he's been an asset. But Hannah Jo, who is your player of the week?
My player of the week, my name is Hannah Jo. I'm going with Connor Joe from the
related?
Colorado Rockies. I have to just really go for it here. I need this time, we don't talk MLB a lot. Well, I haven't been on to talk a lot because I've been on Girls and Beck. But Connor Joe, he's a Colorado Rocky. He's one of the best, I think. I mean, he's legendary at this point. Let me look at his stats here. So we've got 8 runs so far in the season, 4 RBIs, and 2 home runs. I mean, he's just making a name for himself. I feel like he is definitely one of the strongest players on our roster. He's the most fun to watch. I texted my Gammy, who is a huge Rockies fan, just to make sure I had the right pick. I'm like, who's the most fun for you to watch? And that was her first name. So Connor Joe, Hannah Jo, I just feel like it works.
It works. It works. A match made in heaven.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I want to move on to teams before we run out of time. So Kayla Lewis, who is your team of the week?
I'm gonna go with the New York Mets. They're
all about them. Yes. Okay.
They're on a hot start so far. They're 7-3 on this season. They're missing Jacob deGrom in their pitching, like their lineup. He has a shoulder injury right now, but their starters have come out and proven they can do it without him. Let's see, through the first 8 games, they posted a 6-0 record for their starters, 47 strikeouts against 47 innings. That's insane. They've been really pulling their weight this season. They've got Tyler McGill and David Peterson stepping up because Jacob deGrom is out. They've thrived and enhanced. The rotation has a 1.07 ERA. That's the best for any team in the first 10 games of a season since it became a stat in 1913. So they're doing great. They also have Pete Alonso hitting very well for them.
Yeah.
They haven't played very good teams, so we'll see what happens when they get to those tougher teams. But they have had a really hot start. They're even beating my Braves in the NL East, so
No, you gotta watch out for that.
It's tough.
It's cute. The Mets are cute. That's what I'm gonna say.
Stop it right now.
And as Alex Vanderbrook says, the
Stop
Mets
it.
are gonna Met,
Oh
and
my
it's
gosh.
gonna end,
No.
and they're gonna be at the bottom before we know it. The Braves will be back on top. The Marlins will be second. Philly's third. We can go from there.
At least they did good this week.
But the Mets are gonna Met. That's all I'm gonna say. It's cute. It's really cute. They're like showing out, for all the fans. They're like, let's start strong, guys, and then they're gonna play real teams.
On the
and then
last
they're gonna
show with Pete Alonso hitting anything in a strike zone, literally.
I love Pete Alonso. I love Starling Marte. Nothing against them. It's everything
Just 'cause
against the
one
Mets.
is good doesn't mean the whole team is going to
yeah, I
stay
get
good.
it. I get it. Oh, sorry.
So moving on to Hannah Jo's Rockies.
Hannah Jo's Rockies. Yeah. Okay. So
Team of the week.
I'm using my platform right now to advocate for Denver. I will say,
Big Colorado girl.
Yeah.
we just talked about how the Mets might Met. If the Colorado Rockies season is anything like Denver's season last year, we'll start off strong and not do well after that. But we have started off strong. We did beat your Dodgers, Kayla. We did.
Yeah.
And we're third in the NL West currently. I know they didn't win yesterday. Couldn't get it done for my birthday, unfortunately.
It's fine.
I'm not
It's
mad
fine.
at them. I'm not mad at them.
They've
'cause
had a
should be.
strong
'Cause
start.
they
No, they
beat
really
the
have.
Dodgers at the end of the day.
They're
You should be mad because they're not going to keep winning.
okay.
Chris Bryant
Yeah.
used to be a
It was a
doing
fluke.
well,
I get it. It's a fluke. It's all
No,
all
we
these are
got-
flukes. The Dodgers are going to win the World Series, guys.
I don't know
Early
about
pick,
that
hot
one.
take.
Early hot take. All right, I want to move on to my team, though. It's the Chicago White Sox. I mean, we can't not talk about them. They are absolutely killing it this season. They are, I believe, they're first in the AL Central. They have 6-3 record. The Guardians are second, not close. Michael Kopech, amazing pitcher, but I'm excited to see the White Sox. My pick for the World Series, since I'm not going to be able to say it, is White Sox, Dodgers. Dodgers take it. I have to say it. I can't not say it. Okay. That's all the time we have. Thank you so much, Kayla Lewis, for always being on and talking MLB. And we'll be back with Kellie Campbell.
Welcome to the HTF Hot Wings Challenge.
One of you guys actually do hot sauce like regularly?
No.
No.
It's like the least black thing I do.
Oh, wow, okay.
I say Johnny goes first on this one.
I agree.
Now the Buccaneers are going to play the Washington football team.
That can't happen.
It will happen.
I'm terrified.
No, I really hate it.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. No. You're wrong. If it wasn't for Kanye jumping up on stage and doing the I'm gonna let you finish, but no one would know what this with.
Nitros, dump truck. And if you don't know what I'm talking about,
Why is Nitro thick?
I don't know how many squats I need to do to get up like something like that, but I will do it.
Oh! Oh my God!
Baseball, obvious reasons. Babe Ruth, if you want to go currently. I feel like that's just like a thing.
he jumped off the wall to catch the home run. We made it through all the way to the end. Thank you for joining us.
Never doing this again.
It was rough.
Well, guys, we are back to talk my favorite and Kelly's kind of favorite, NFL and the draft that is coming closer and faster than we could ever imagine.
So fast, right?
So fast.
Yeah.
And we're excited.
We're
we have
so
a draft
excited.
show that you all should watch, and we're all three going to be on it. And it's going to be great. Kelly, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling very refreshed after my one day off this week
Oh.
and celebrating Hannah's birthday this weekend.
Yes.
Thank you.
And
Happy
of
birthday, Hannah Jo.
course, Kayla's last show
Kayla's
today.
last show.
So I'm actually feeling
Crazy.
a little emotional.
It is a little sad, but it's okay. We're not going to cry
We're
yet,
not going
guys.
to cry.
Not yet.
That is
Not
coming.
Yet, not yet.
Don't worry, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But with the draft coming up next week, we're going to start by taking a look at the top teams in the draft. And that is the worst teams. The Jacksonville Jaguars, once again, have the #1 pick, and I don't think they need a QB just yet. So, Kelly, what do you think the Jaguars' biggest needs are?
Okay, their biggest needs are everything.
Everything, literally
Literally
everything.
everything. I mean, their first mistake was hiring Urban Meyer last
Yeah.
year. I mean,
And he's gone, so we're good.
oh, I know. I feel like I kind of warned everyone about that.
You did.
You did.
So really, I think they really need to focus on either their offensive line.
That's what I was going to say.
They have this guy from NC State. I don't want to completely butcher his name.
Call him Icky.
Icky.
Yeah.
Okay. Icky Ekonwu from NC State. He's been picking up some heat lately in the draft. His name.
Yes, and okay, so the mistake that I'm worried that teams will make now is because the Bengals did kind of okay not having an offensive line for Joe
Yeah.
Burrow, that people will forget about a good offensive line for Trevor.
And this is the thing I will die on this hill.
Yes.
I do not think you can be successful without an offensive line.
And-
Look at the New York Giants. Like
Literally, yeah. No, yes.
Do you think that Trevor Lawrence could be that quarterback like Joe Burrow, though, that could do that? Exactly.
I think Joe Burrow is once in a
Right,
lifetime.
I agree.
And you shouldn't test him
No.
I
with
agree.
like, oh, maybe he can be like Joe and do everything without an offensive line.
Right.
Nope, I don't
Right.
think
You
he's that
don't
guy.
want Trevor Lawrence to get the most sacks
No.
and get sacked the most times. Yeah, we don't want that for him. But I think they need help defensively, offensively, all the way around, except for QB right now, because I think we still have a lot to see out of Trevor
I think
Lawrence.
so. I hope so.
And I hope with the right coaching too, we can see a lot more.
Right coaching.
Which is
Right.
another thing. What do
he's
they have
great
that?
when he has those weapons. He doesn't have the protection. He
Yes.
doesn't have what he had. He doesn't have nearly as what he had at Clemson.
No, totally. If
And
you
this
don't
is
have
a
protection, you
professional
don't have
level.
anything.
Right.
Yeah,
So I think it's
correct.
kind of getting in his head. So I think he needs to have that line built up for him
Totally.
so he can get back to the success he was having while he was in college.
Correct. correct. And I think they go with Aiden Hutchinson personally, the senior defensive end at Michigan.
I can totally see that.
I think they need help. I think it'd be stupid of them to pass up on such a strong player. What do you guys think?
That's my first overall pick as well. Yeah, I feel like he's a defensive end. And we're talking about offensive. But, I mean, you know.
Isn't it weird, though? Like, the past couple of years, it's been quarterback heavy. Like, they're going first.
Yes.
But the top, 5 teams don't really need
a
that.
quarterback. Yeah.
So we're not.
Which is so weird.
I don't know that we'll see it.
I still think there's a potential to see a quarterback taken in the top
You
5.
do. I'm interested to hear you talk about that.
I think we're going to see some trades, some early young trades.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it takes me to our next pick, the Detroit Lions. I don't know what they're going to do.
Okay, so to me, what I've seen from them is that they've kind of kept their head down and have quietly behind the scenes been building a really good team. And I kind of feel like, I don't know, they've got good wide receivers, got good edge players, strong offensive line. They could use a linebacker. They could also use a corner and a safety.
Right.
But next year, they could get Bryce Young.
Okay, but why are we waiting till next year?
Well, but that's the thing. You have to have a time of kind of rebuilding, of getting.
And I
what
think
if
that was
Bryce
a
Young
question
has
I had.
Season-ending injury this year. You
that
can't
could happen.
count on next
that.
year.
Yes, I get you.
So you just want to put your fans through the slumps again.
Friend? Maybe not your friend. Malik Willis from Liberty.
Honestly, I really don't want him to get drafted at Detroit just because I don't want to see the career tank. But it's definitely possible. It's definitely something that I could see happening. I mean, they kind of need a franchise quarterback. I don't think the Detroit Lions have had one in.
Nope. I can't even remember.
I can't even remember one, period.
Nope.
So.
Right. Yeah, no. I think that's something that I'm thinking for all these teams. Is this something that they could just do it again to get a better position next season?
That's what
none of them are going to be making some Cinderella story here. No. I mean, the Jets have been the Jets since forever. The Texans have been bad since they're consistently bad teams. It's not like, oh, they had a really bad season. So I don't know. I think they all take defensive end help. But let's move on to the Texans now.
Okay. So they're sticking with Davis Mills as their quarterback. I'm so glad that they're not making any rash decisions.
Yes.
I'm down with them sticking with Davis Mills. I think he's shown that he's trustworthy enough for them to do that. And they're also a rebuilding team. They're getting a young core that they're building off of.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that we will see them really show out this year, but maybe next year again. I know, Kelly, you hate waiting until next year. They do have a lot of needs, that being said.
Right.
Let me list the needs, and they're all of the positions in football. They need a wide receiver, they need a right guard, they need a right tackle, a tight end, a running back, a safety, a linebacker, and a corner.
This takes me back, this literally takes me back to what I was saying beforehand, is that you need the lines to create a successful team, period.
Yeah.
You need the offensive line, you need the defensive line. It's going to create success in the rest of the positions for you.
Makes everyone look better.
Exactly. So I think that a lot of times teams will go out and get these big showy guys, and then it's okay, but how are you going to use them when they don't have protection? Same with my favorite player from a few years ago, Saquon Barkley. His career is garbage because of the Giants.
Yeah.
Sorry, Johan, I know you're sitting right there. But I think, which leads me to the Giants and who I think that they should draft, tackle Evan Neal from Alabama.
Yes.
Well, do you think he makes it that far?
I hope so.
Okay.
I could see the Texans taking him.
Yeah, I could see that as well.
The Texans.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But who knows? Unless people start swapping, anything could happen at that point.
The Texans could also take Kyle Hamilton.
Yes.
Safety from Notre Dame.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Right.
I hope he makes it for your sake as well.
Yeah. I mean, I really just want to see Saquon.
What about the Jets? We skipped over the Jets.
So
there's a reason.
There's a reason. No one really
there's no
cares
need to
the
talk
Jets.
about them.
I mean,
Zach Wilson.
What are they going to do? Win one game?
Yeah.
Oh
my
congrats.
gosh, the lack of faith here in the studio.
Yeah, I'm a Dolphins fan, so I kind of have to be on the Jets hate train, and I will forever be.
That's okay. Do you hate Zach Wilson?
Yes.
No.
He needs someone to throw to, you guys.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't. He should throw to the garbage where he belongs. I hate Zach Wilson. You deserve nothing good.
Oh my gosh.
So, so what is your hot takes this draft? I want to know.
Well, tell us about the quarterback you think that's going to get drafted.
Okay, so first, quarterback. Everyone knows I am into the quarterback controversy this year. I think Kenny Pickett should not get drafted first. I think he played at Pitt. He plays against crap teams all year long, and I think Pitt's one good season in the last 10 years can't even get 2K fans out to a home game. I don't think he's going to be successful in the big leagues, especially playing against all that higher talent. Just saying, I don't think he should get picked first.
don't see a quarterback going in the first round. I don't see it
That's
happening.
wrong.
Which is so funny though, because last year it was quarterback.
Yeah.
Quarterback. And I kind of like.
I think 4 are going to get taken in the first round.
4?
Yeah.
Name them.
Yeah. Name them who they're going to. Tell us right now.
Kenny Pickett.
Okay.
I don't know where he's going to go. Malik Willis.
You do think Malik? Okay.
Yeah, I think also Matt Corral.
Okay.
And the guy from North Carolina, Sam Howell. So
You heard it here first.
all
From
4.
the analyst
4.
herself.
We
First
say
round.
0. She says 4. I'm going to sneeze.
I don't know if I say 0.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're back. Didn't happen.
I don't know if I say 0, but I kind of like how this draft is different.
Yeah.
I think 2 in the top 10.
Okay.
It makes it exciting, I
It does
think.
make it exciting.
So.
It forces you to learn a little bit more
Right,
about football
exactly.
than the guy who just throws
Joe
it.
Burrow going first to
Literally.
the Bengals.
Trevor, Justin, Zach, everybody like that last
Baker.
year.
That's what I'm saying too. Is they look at everything from the last few years, just like we looked at everything from the last few years. And quarterbacks are always an attractive pick. The
But they're
old
not what
men,
you need.
the old guys don't care.
They don't care.
They're old.
That is all the time we have, unfortunately, though. But thank you, Kelly, for being my amazing co-host this season. It's been a pleasure to have you. And when we come back, we'll be taking a look back at my time on hitting the field.
Why? Because I am a New York Giants fan, and I want my first pick of the week to be my team. I see an upset for the New York Giants this Sunday. Bet your entire savings, and I'm telling you right now, they're gonna win. I don't care what you say. It's gonna happen.
I have to go with the Raiders, I think, for this one. I don't see them losing.
Welcome back. It is now time for our primetime picks of the week, the best segment. I'm currently doing awful, standing at 16-10, Oklahoma State and Texas. I'm going Texas 35-27.
All right, Jeff, don't tell me your winner, but who is going to the Super Bowl?
The New England Patriots.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
my
God.
God.
And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
God.
The
Oh
NFL
my
is gonna
God.
the NFL is gonna make it happen.
Well, now the time has come. We are going to admire everything that Kayla Burge has meant to this program, to us, and to Girls on Deck, of course. So I'm actually going to start. What we're going to do is we're going to have Kelly also speak, and we're also going to have Johnny and Austin talk to Kayla directly. Kayla, I'm not going to look at you. I'm just going to look at the camera. This is for future you also.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to focus on that. But I have the honor of going first. So here we go. Kayla Burge, I've never met anyone as genuinely kind and gracious as you. You are exactly the kind of woman the sports world needs. Strong, confident, and willing to help anyone who needs her. When we started hosting this show together last year, we barely knew each other. And because of it now, we've become close friends. And I can't tell you how thankful I am for that, for you. Because of your kind and hardworking nature, you are destined to go far and excel in literally everything you do and try. I've learned so much from you, and I know I'm not the only girl here at HTFN who looks up to you and admires you. And just think how many people you're going to meet as you go through your career who are also going to love and admire you. But at the root of all of it, I hope you'll remember that your HTFN family is always here for you, that I'm always here for you, welcoming you with open arms the exact same way that you did for me. I love you so much, Kayla. I'll miss you, but I'm so excited to see what you do next. Kelly?
There's no way for me to top that, even if I tried. But
You're gonna make me cry.
Kayla, I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your baby this season. It's been such an honor, and to learn so much about different sports that I never even dabbled in. I know more about baseball than I have in my entire life. And Kayla literally met me after work at like 9 o'clock just to teach me how to do lower thirds and highlights. I'm a business major. I don't get to learn this in school, and Kayla took the time out of her busy schedule to help me with everything and walk me through everything, and that's something that I'm so grateful for. And when I saw you on TV, on real TV, people, she was doing sideline reporting for baseball, and my heart was beaming because she looked perfect for the part. She fit in so beautifully, and I just know that I'm gonna see her in the big leagues on the TV one day, not just for UCF games, but for Braves games and for Dodgers games, and it's gonna be her, and we're gonna be watching her saying, I used to host a show with her.
Yep.
That's gonna be her.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. It's already happening.
The ceiling is no ceiling. Kayla's gonna go as far as she absolutely wants to, and I'm so excited to see it. And I love you, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna miss you so much.
I love you both so much. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, Johnny, Austin, we're gonna throw it over to you guys.
Oh gosh.
All right, I'll start off for us. When I first joined HTF, Kayla Burge was the female host. Like, she was like one of the only ones. She started what soon became Hannah Jo coming on. Kayla Lewis, the Dohertys, Kelly, everyone came after Kayla. And Taylor, she started what became this huge female voice on HTFN. If it wasn't for the success of Girls on Deck and Kayla Burge hosting all the time, the program and the females that we have in this program wouldn't be what it is today. She's done a great content from HTFN to the sideline work she does. I just know that we are going to see her in 10 years doing great stuff for sports broadcasting as a woman in sports. Now I'm going to give it to Johnny.
Hi, Kayla. We joined this program together. Same week. I think we were at the same first meeting. So we have grown in this program together for these last 2 years and change. I have seen you grow into a confident, into a powerful woman. You have paved the way for all of these, and I know not every single one of our conversations has been flowery and butterflies, but there is not a single thing you've done where I've said, man, I think someone else could do it as well as she could. Kayla,
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna lose. Alex is gonna win. Kayla, you have not been given anything. You have earned every single moment, every single thing that you've done, every single thing that you're going to do. You have earned it all. So I never want you to think that anyone has given you things just because you have worked your butt off, and you have earned every part of it. It has been an honor to work with you. It has been an honor to be your friend. It has been an honor to kind of help Girls on Deck flow. And I know Girls on Deck has not always been easy for you. I know there's been a lot of things that have gone on behind the scenes, and you've gotten through it. You've gotten through all of it, and it's been better every single week. So Kayla Burge, we have a nice little video we want to show you, and then we're going to let you send it off.
We like the heat, so 305 always.
And we're bringing the heat. We're here to win it. Let's do it.
Oh, Hansen. Jason Hansen.
That is correct. And the winner of Hitting the Feud is Kayla. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Hitting the Field. I'm here to talk MLB free agency with Hitting the Feud champion Kayla Burge. Kayla, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Fantastic. Last but not least, Kayla and Charlie, write down your boldest prediction for free agency. Throw down your hottest take that we have.
I say Ozuna to the Braves. The Braves need power hitters, and I think Ozone is the perfect option for them. Welcome to the first ever episode of Girls on Deck, a part of the Hitting Field Network. I'm Kayla Burge.
And I'm
Okay, so now I want to know what made you want to start baseball. I've seen you in past interviews, and I know you said you got kind of a later start. So what inspired you to start playing and stick with it?
I'd just say it's a challenge. Like, baseball is challenging, and every other sport, I wouldn't say every other sport is easy, but there's not as many challenges as there is in baseball. It doesn't matter how big, strong, fast.
Objectively.
All right, well, Hannah and Joe and I are really excited to hear your picks for overrated and underrated teams for the NBA. So let's get started with overrated. Who do you have?
I have the New York Knicks.
We saw a few major signings before the MLB went on lockdown in December, but there are still some big players that have yet to sign anywhere. We're joined by Kayla Lewis to discuss where these players may go once baseball is back up and running, if it's back up and running. Kayla, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Hello. Okay. Hi. I'm going to close it out now. Let's see if I can get through this without crying. I'm surprised how I've done so far. So for my last episode of Girls on Deck ever, there it goes. I wanted to make sure my Women in Sports of the Week was a good one. I started this segment as a way to highlight powerful women in sports because they all deserve to be talked about. So today I dedicate it to all the ladies here at Hitting the Field Network. I could not be more proud to work with a group of such strong, talented, and kind women. The passion they have for sports in this industry is inspiring to watch, and being able to work with them every Monday and Thursday has been the best experience. They, along with everyone here, has been an amazing, amazing support system the past 3 years, even outside of shows. To be a part of a program that supports and encourages women in this industry has been the best experience and one I will cherish forever. Every single one of these ladies has such a bright future ahead of them, and I cannot wait to cheer them on. This show simply existing proves that women do belong in sports. The fact that I was able to help found the first ever female-led talk show at UCF is surreal and something I am so proud of. It is so crazy to think that this chapter of my life is about to close, but I am so excited for the next one to begin. To Hannah, Joe, and Kelly, thank you for being there for me no matter what and joining me on this crazy ride. I am so thankful to know you both. To Johnny, Sean, John, Jarrett, thank you for trusting me with this show. I may be graduating, but to everyone in this studio, you can simply never get rid of me because I will always be rooting for y'all and checking in. Thank you to everyone who has watched over the years, and thank you to everyone in the studio for everything you do. This show and this network has meant everything to me. So for the last time ever, this has been Girls on Deck.
Things gon' change when I really hit the field. Undefeated champs, man, you know what's the deal. Tryna find a kid, I'm in the field doing drills. Boy, you just a sucker, you ain't never keep it real. 3 rings in my hand, I'm a warrior to the